What is up, guys? We're back. We got, well, it's a 22 MDX. Key looks like that. It's got a weird emergency key. Might actually make a video about that. Mostly so I can remember, because I kind of forgot since the last time I did one of these. I kind of had a breakthrough with the emergency key. We are going to continue trying to see if the Key Tool Plus can be used as like a daily key programmer, right? I think I mentioned before when I first got this thing, it was a little disappointing, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. I always like doing this just to see if we're talking to the car, because if this fails, I don't think it makes any sense to go on. I must be connected to the internet. I'm just going to follow instructions and see what happens. So one programmed key in the car, other key . I don't know what that second thing means. If you want to keep two keys, the second key is the new one. Wow. I'll be back. So, I am connected to the internet. I just double checked. Alright, it's a little different than last time. I do not know what it's doing. I didn't know this was necessary. All smart keys out of the car. In my experience, on the driver's door there is far enough away. Put new smart key to be programmed in the car. Always like watching out for that little light on the key. At least on Hondas, it always seems like the car reaches out. No smart key detected. Alright, let's try that again. And maybe this time we'll take the keys a little bit further away. I hate these memory seats. Hold on. What does that mean? If you want to keep two keys, the second one is the new one. I have no idea what that means. So this time I'm putting them the keys a good 15 feet away. And now we have our new key. Oh, something's happening a little bit differently. So it's asking me if the theft indicator is off, and it is. Well, I think this is great news. I don't think the ignition would be turning on if this key wasn't programmed. So this is kind of the usual Honda Acura thing, off on a whole bunch of times. whole bunch of times. Huh. So, very cool, very impressive. Of course, that first time with the network, whatever, who knows, I was, when I went into the Wi-Fi settings, I was connected to my phone as a hotspot. The second time around, again, I'm in the habit of putting the keys right on that door with the door open, and generally speaking, they're far enough away, but that might have been the reason that it didn't work the second time. But the third time totally worked, and that's it. I think I'm going to add the emergency key to this video. Again, we struggled with this one. There was a SY profile in the Xhorse app, and we got some of them to work. It was a 5.3 bitting, which I believe the key, if you look at it, you think it's a 5.3, but it's actually not a 5.3. You can get it to work, but you need a file and some time, so it clearly is the wrong way. We since have found a 4.4 bitting that works right off the bat. So I'll get my machine set up and maybe decode and add that to this video, and hopefully it helps somebody else out. I will be back. So I'm just going to kind of go over what I've done in the past. The first cars that we started seeing with these funny emergency keys, and when you look at this, maybe you can tell why I thought that it was a 5.3. Well, maybe not. I mean, looking at it closely, well, it looked like a 4.4. But basically what I had done was, they got this right now. So they got it right. That is new for this database, I believe, at least like new compared to the last time that I checked it, because what I was using that was a mistake is this one, Honda 2021 SY 5.3. But this is fantastic because, well, let's actually do the car that we're working on just to see. Acura MDX after 2020 4.4. This is great. So the thing that we struggled with is now looks like it's corrected in the database. I'll be right back. So a quick note is that there's an A side and a B side, and I think if we just do it kind of visually, it's tough to see, but that point is what we're going to be paying attention to. And I'm guessing that as if we're looking down on the key, that the point is more to the left. That's what it is on this. But I think the way that I tell if I selected the correct side is to watch the probe. And if the probe hits that exact point, it means I'm on the correct side. If the probe hits a little bit to the right of that point, that hit right in the dead center. So I know I got the right side. There's our 4 rings. So now we're gonna go to A side. Flip the key over, hold on. So key is flipped over. We're gonna go decode. I'm guessing it's gonna save the bidding for me. Sometimes I switch back and forth. I will just decode one side and then cut it, and then decode the other side and cut it. But let's see if it saves it. And yes, it hit exactly the tip of the key. Good. And I don't believe Xhorse had the bidding in their database the last time I did one of these. and it doesn't. So I might check Instacode. So Insta did have a bidding for this. I'm going to do the same thing on this, which is watch the probe, make sure it hits the exact tip. And I know that there's issues with trying to cut an OEM key. Don't try to cut an OEM key. They're stainless. I believe it'll, I don't know, definitely wreck the drill bit, break the drill bit. But most of these aftermarket companies, when you buy the key aftermarket, buy it aftermarket, it's not stainless. And I'm happy to say that it did save it. Of course it saved it in there. So I guess this part of the video is a little less valuable than I thought. I give a lot of credit to Xhorse for updating the database, because I struggled with these before, having to guess what profile to use. I'll be right back. So this is going to be interesting. The key did not work in the door. It totally looks right to me. This wouldn't be the first time I've had to do this. You could probably hear it, that it sounded like the cutter was sort of struggling a little bit to like kind of slowing down. So I'm wondering if I just cut it again. It's taking more material. Just how much more material is it going to take? I'd say that's quite a bit by the sounds of it. So that's one side. Be right back. This is the second side for the second time. I'll be right back. Alright, so I kept it paused for a little bit there, and it took quite a bit more material off. After cutting it both sides for the second time, came over to the car, put the key in, it would turn to lock. It would turn to lock, but not unlock. Brought it back to the machine, cut both sides a third time, and we got it. So I don't know, is it the material, is it the cut, is it the drill bit? It doesn't matter, because all I had to do was cut it 3 times each side, and we got our working emergency key. So as always, thanks for watching. 2024 it's the same as the 22 MDX. Program a key with key tool and cut emergency key, weird emergency key, which is just listed as Acura, but most important, 4.4 bidding. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.